Hey, it's Chris Byer.
It is Chris Bowling. How are you, buddy?
Good, CB. I'm excited. We are the last week of March, going into April. This is some of my favorite time of year. Like well, this year it's weird because in February we had flowers starting to come up. So
Right.
something's not right in the world. But
Right.
this is like my favorite time. We just finished the first round of March Madness. We've got this going on this whole week. Then we're done with that. We get to watch the Masters, and then it's the Kentucky Derby, and then we are into the summer, man. I get super excited with this. And baseball started too. I know you are a huge baseball fan, so you're going to talk all about that today, right?
No, so what are some of your childhood memories or current memories about this time of the year? Like, was there a tradition that you would do as a family, or did this really start in your adult life?
Yeah, that's a good question. So a lot of it was with my grandparents on the Byers side.
Okay.
We would watch March Madness together at their place. Then we would watch the Masters, and I always remember that as a kid. We would go there on Sunday for lunch, and then I'd end up falling asleep listening to the Masters finish up. So that's just a good Sunday nap while you're watching that. And then my grandpa owned a racehorse for a while, so they went to the Kentucky Derby dozens of times, and so
No
that was
way.
the kickoff. So yeah, all good things. And then it's just kind of been the thing for our family too, that we have all three of those as kind of the continued Buyer traditions, which has been fun.
That is fun. So we're going to be in Nashville
Yes.
during the March.
During the kickoff of March Madness. Yes.
So we will have to do something to make sure that we get you to a bar or something that you can
Yes.
enjoy the first day, because the first day is like a full day, right?
It's Thursday and Friday are both full days. So I'm hopeful maybe Friday we can sneak off
Okay.
and do so. But yeah, it's the energizing aspect of it too, because you know that winter is done and we're moving into the spring. And then we'll talk about the whole baseball thing later with our house being split with Cubs and Cards. But it's a good time of year. But like I said, you wanted to talk about baseball. Like I said, that's all you've been talking about all the time, right? That's your thing in the springtime, isn't it? You get your season tickets out, you go
Sure.
turn
No.
on the radio, you get your gear. No, I know you're not that. That's not you.
No. What this time of the year means to me is on April 1st, my boat will be de-winterized, and that means boating season has begun. So,
Yes,
and between now and um the end of May will be some of the best boating we will have, because after the holiday in May, then
everybody's there.
everybody's there. So yeah,
So I have to ask you though, where did the boating come from? Because we've talked.
oh
It's
yeah, yeah.
probably been a year or so ago when we talked about, like, as a kid, you used to go snowmobiling, which is the complete opposite of boating, but you do go fast.
Yeah,
So
we still get to go very fast. So our parents bought a boat, and I just fell in love with being on the water. We grew up in a
yeah,
little town that was right on the Illinois River, so we were always
nice.
grabbing a log and floating down the river doing something. And my senior year in high school, me and my best friend bought a boat together. And
Oh man,
my parents should have never allowed that, because the weekends were very, very crazy, a lot of fun,
yeah.
and I just fell in love with boating. So yeah, from
So
that,
would that have been like spending your detasseling money on a boat? Is that where that came from?
it took a little bit more than some detasseling money. But the funny story about this boat is we buy this boat, and for the entire time that we owned it together, we never once powered it back up on to the trailer. We were always pulling it onto the trailer, because we would get
Oh
about 2 miles up the river, the dang thing would die. We could never get it started. We'd have to
and
get
then you just
back.
float.
We'd have to float back, pull it up on the trailer. So it was not the best financial purchase in my young adult childhood. But so we got rid of that boat, and we just went with an
Good
old
thing.
14-foot Glastron with a 115
Nice.
Johnson on it, and man, was that boat
I
fun.
know nothing about what you just said, but it sounds cool.
No different than I had no clue that baseball even has spring training. So how about
Yes.
that?
Yeah. See, we're not exactly the same.
Yeah.
So starting in high school, you started probably the worst financial decision of your
Oh,
life when you
totally.
said that. You bought the boat, which meant that you had to buy a boat, which meant that you've had to buy a boat, which meant that you've had to buy a boat.
It, it, the,
Like, are you done? do you have the boat that you want, or is it there's still
Whatever that.
another level? Okay,
No,
all right.
no, I have my next wakeboard surf boat picked out, and I'm pretty happy with my cruiser, but my surf boat I don't like. But my wife has
You say
been
your go
very
fast boat, right?
Carrie is
Yeah.
yeah, Carrie does not like to go fast, so I do not have a go fast boat. But Carrie's been very clear that my surf boat is just fine. So
Okay. All right. Well, we'll
so
see. I mean,
yes.
you get on the water here in April, you have to decide if it's time for an upgrade.
All right, so March Madness. Who's your team?
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know yet. See, this is the thing. Like,
What do you don't
I
know?
no,
What
no. Here's the thing. Like, I
like
love watching college basketball,
all right.
but I went to such a small school. I don't have a college team necessarily. So
Yeah, same thing.
when it comes to like the conference playoffs and tournaments, I'll see who's doing well, kind of watch some of that, and then decide, okay, I'm going to make my pick, but I don't have like the team that I root for necessarily.
Gotcha.
I'll pick a few that I'm like, all right, I'll follow them through and hope that my bracket isn't terrible. So,
Yeah, I mean, that's the downside of the schools we went to. It's like, like people have given us a hard time that we don't have a team. I'm like,
yeah,
nobody's following Olivet Nazarene University. I mean, it was a great college. We had a wonderful experience, but yeah, no,
yeah,
I'm not checking their scores every weekend during football season. It's like, yeah,
yeah,
whatever. So yeah,
yeah.
that was
No,
kind of the
I get it.
downside
So
of not going to a big school is that
yeah, because I know so many of our coworkers are either Iowa or Iowa State or Illinois fans, and like it's die hard, and
yeah,
it's like they have been doing that forever, and I like all of that. I just
yes,
don't have a team.
right. I'm the same way. I'm happy when they win, but
Yes.
I also don't care.
True, true. Well, happy end of March, early April, second quarter fun coming up. This is a
Hey,
good time of year. Thanks for sharing a bit on your
thank you.
background and what you're looking forward to, sir. Good to see you.
Well, hopefully your team, whatever team you pick, comes out well in March.
Yes,
Actually,
go
it'll be
sports
April,
team.
right? So
Yes,
what am I
true.
saying?
It'll be
When is the Final Four?
it'll
Is
be that probably first full weekend of April.
okay.
Yes, should be.
Well,
Yes,
good luck, whoever that is.
yes, whoever you are. Thanks, CV. We'll see you.
Bye bye.